Have you ever wanted to expose your database tables as API endpoints, or even better, create GPT assistants trained with that knowledge and deploy a custom GPT to the GPT store? Well, with DataLang, you can do all that and a few more things. Let me show you a quick example. I have two data sources. One of them is Chicago branch and the other one is the New York branch. Let's go to the Chicago branch views. We have a sales view where we select the customer name, city, product name, sales date, quantity, total amount from the sample sales table, specifically for this city, Chicago. So we can test this, and once we see that it's working correctly, we can save it and the data will be synced. It's important that the data is always synced because that's the value of the assistance. Now, let's create a GPT assistant. We are going to select these two data sources and name it Sales Assistant. Now the GPT assistant will be created so we can now chat with it. Like any sales this year. This is a built-in chatting feature, but in a second, we're going to deploy this to the GPT store. Now, we have Chicago sales and New York sales. We can ask a few more questions like best product, and it will take like, I guess, 5 to 10 seconds, depending on the data row size. So now we see that the best product is smartphones and laptops. Now, let's deploy this to the GPT store. We're going to go to Custom ChatGPT, click Create, and set the name, copy paste, set the instructions, copy paste, create new action, and we're going to copy the URL that contains the specifications, and we're going to set up authentication via API key, and I need one of my API keys here and put it on this field. And before deploying this, we can actually test it, but I'm just going to deploy it and test it. As you can see, you can share it via links or to the GPT store. And we can ask the same question, any sales last year, well, this year, and it will call my API. So I need to confirm it, and it will retrieve the data. And now we're chatting with the real-time data. So that's one of the major benefits of DataLang. But let me show you a quick more thing. Every data view on your data sources, like we have these two sales, one of them is for Chicago and the other one is for New York. We have this API button that we can quickly test if the endpoint is working correctly. So I'm just going to call my New York branch sales view, and we're going to put it sync to false. Now we have this data, so we can sync it again, or I mean sync it by setting this to true. And by syncing it, it will update the assistant's knowledge. So that's the way to keep it always real time. So let me know what you think about DataLang. And if you see the potential like I do, you may want to become an affiliate and earn up to 30% for every payment in the first year.